I made the switch to the most optimal binds possible. To do this, I'll be using the Max Stick joystick. Just an FYI, this is not a sponsored video. You might have heard about the joystick from other pros or content creators. I'm just sharing with you my experience, and I want to give you guys some tips if you guys are considering switching too. Now, how does this joystick give me optimal binds? It gives me optimal binds because I no longer have to keep my finger on WASD, and I have full control over my movement of just using my thumb on the joystick. This joystick allows me to free up fingers, and it gives me full 360-degree movement. I feel like this joystick kind of gives me the best of both worlds. I get to still use mouse and keyboard, and I get the movement of a controller. I just don't get the aim assist. Just a little backstory. I started changing some of my binds because I realized that a few things were difficult for me to do in game. I already had in the back of my mind of potentially switching to this joystick in the future. Once I realized that I was already going to have a learning curve on just mouse and keyboard, I decided if I was going to change anything, I might as well make the full switch and have the most optimal binds possible. Realizing that this switch is going to take at least a couple of weeks to start getting used to the binds, I picked a time at the end of the season where there's only a couple of tournaments left, and there will be an off season before tournaments start back up again next season. This will give me plenty of time to practice my mechanics and really get comfortable with the new binds. This was a really tough decision for me to make because I felt like I was really having to start all over, and I felt like I was finally getting to a point to where I was actually getting pretty good at the game. I knew that if I was going to make this switch, I'm going to have to relearn everything I've practiced. Even though I know it's going to be difficult at first, I know in the long term it's going to be worth it. I believe that my old binds would potentially hold me back from reaching my full potential as a player. Now, most pros do not have optimal binds, but imagine if they did. Imagine how much better they would be as a player. If I'm really going to try to become a Fortnite pro, I might as well take advantage of anything that I can and have optimal binds. In order to get used to new binds, I really plan on spending most of my time in creative, just practicing my mechanics, doing edit courses, piece control drills, free building, as well as spending a lot of time in other creative maps like free-for-alls, box fighting, zone wars, anything where I can really practice fighting and I'm not spending a lot of time looting, low pressure situations. Once I'm really comfortable with my binds, I will transition into playing more regular pub games until I'm really ready to take on ranked mode. So far, I've already been practicing on the new joystick, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's been really tough the first couple of days. It's like I'm having to relearn everything. Now, this is gonna be tough in the short term, but I'm super excited, and I think this is really gonna make us a better player in the long term. I wanted to show you guys my binds and my settings really quickly. If I'm going too fast through the settings, just slow down the video, rewind it, pause it, anything you need to do. I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly here. So here I believe I have created the most optimal binds with the joystick. If you guys want, I'm happy to do like a deeper dive and give you guys more detail. Just let me know and I'll happily make another video for you guys.